Hi everyone, and welcome to the very first design study in my new series, Express Yourself with Adobe Express. Over the next 5 episodes, we're going to explore 5 completely different content aesthetics, and I'll show you how to recreate each one using Adobe Express. We'll look at what makes each aesthetic recognizable, how to build a cohesive visual system, and how you can adapt it for your own content. Today we're going to dive into one of my own personal favorite aesthetics, scrapbook and collage. By the end of this video, we'll have created 3 coordinating social media templates, and you'll be able to remix them for your own brand using the Adobe Express template link below. Before we start designing, let's take a quick look at the aesthetic we're going to explore. The mood is going to be playful, nostalgic, and feel handmade, and I feel like this style is perfect for lifestyle creators and artists, boutiques, cafes, handmade businesses, or really anybody that just wants that personal touch. One thing I really love about design trends is that they usually reflect how people are wanting to connect. Lately, I've noticed more lifestyle creators moving away from perfectly polished graphics and embracing content that feels like it's more handcrafted. It's one of my favorite aesthetics because it reminds us that good design doesn't always have to look perfect. Sometimes you just want it to feel human. And now that we understand the style, we can dive into creating an inspiration board. Every project I create starts here because having a clear visual direction makes the actual design process so much easier. As I'm collecting assets I want to use, I'm also narrowing down a color palette. I don't want too many competing colors, so I'm choosing a handful that work well together and can be easily repeated throughout each template. I also want to start thinking about fonts, and usually I pair one playful display font with one that's clean and easier to read. By the time I finish this step, I already have a toolkit of assets that will make the rest of the process so much smoother. For my first template, I'm going to create a simple announcement graphic. Even though scrapbook layouts look spontaneous, I always start with the content. Before adding any decorative elements, try asking yourself, what do I want someone to notice first? That answer is the easy focal point of your overall design. Once my headline and supporting text are in place, I can start with layering textures, adding additional elements, or overlapping assets throughout the rest of the composition. One thing I always keep in mind is that every decorative element should still have a purpose. Instead of just trying to fill any empty space, I want to use these pieces to guide your eye through the layout and create movement around the page. For the next template, I'm going to do a carousel cover. I want this template to feel different from the first one, but still go with the same collection. To do that, I'm reusing the same colors, stickers, textures, and typography while changing the overall layout. It's honestly one of my favorite ways to create consistency from the start. Your content shouldn't really look repetitive, but it should feel recognizable. Using the same visual language across multiple layouts helps build that consistency without making every single post look identical. For the final template, I want to keep photography as the primary focus. When a photo is involved, I like to let the image shine while the scrapbook elements support the story. Rather than covering the photo with graphics, I'll use tape or additional accents with a few layered elements around the edges to really frame it. Those small details help tie everything together while still letting the photo shine. Now that we've created all 3 templates, let's go ahead and take a quick look at them together. Even though each one serves a completely different purpose, they all feel like part of the same visual system. Once you build a system like this, creating future content becomes so much faster because you've already made the important design decisions. I hope this little design study gave you a few ideas for creating your own scrapbook-inspired content using Adobe Express. If you want to try recreating these templates yourself, you'll find the links and some additional creative resources on the page below. In the next episode, we'll explore minimalism and how clean and simple design can create a huge impact. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next design study.